Good afternoon. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt Dog. I'm M, Who You With Kurt Dog. I'm rolling solo today. J Mug is at the JOB today. But I just want to come on here and talk to you real quick. I know I haven't been back on here since last week, but I wanted to give it a couple of days after they open up some business before I came back on. Just to see if the numbers increased or decreased. Before we get into that, I want to ask you to please subscribe to the channel, like, share, let your friends know about it. We have some great shows coming up in the future. Definitely push subscribe, follow us on all social media. If you have a subject you want us to speak on, the email is strolling at the bottom of the screen. Who you with, KurtDog at mail.com. Um, some of the some of the national meat companies, um, Smithfield Food, Tyson, and some other meat companies, they've been having a lot of breakouts going on in their plants. Now, it was reported last week after our last show that they wanted to shut down for they can clear these infections and all of this and be able to clean the plant. Well, unfortunately, our president told them to stay open. Yeah, he said to stay open, continue to produce meat because it could cause a shortage in the pork and beef department. Um, Even here locally, a local company, QSC, here in Dallas, um, a lot of their employees have died from the coronavirus, and also um, it's a class action lawsuit suit going on with them now. Wrongful death lawsuit dealing with this because of the coronavirus. Um, the employees, they're saying that the employees was forced to work and be exposed to the coronavirus. And unfortunately, some of them have lost their life. Um, Also, South by Southwest, they the ones that have a class action lawsuit suit going on. They refuse to refund the money of the guests, all the tickets they purchased, and all of that. So they refuse to refund the money, and they filed the class action lawsuit. So if South by Southwest refused to refund your money, hey, join that lawsuit. Um, because if the event been canceled, it should have been a problem giving people their money back. You don't know, you don't have a rescheduled date. So definitely do the right thing, give the people their money back. Also, like I started out, please subscribe to the channel. Um, Speak on it with Who You With Kurt Dog. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Definitely follow, subscribe, share. Um, but last week, our governor here in Texas, Governor Greg Abbott, decided to go ahead and open up some business here locally. Malls, a lot of food places. And over the weekend, you would never know that we're in the middle of a pandemic. Some of the food industry was so crowded, 2 hour waits to get in. Yes, they supposed to do like 25% of the amount of people they can have in there, but it was so crowded. I'm like, come on now, uh, not this quick, not this quick. So with that being said, you have other business that are opening up. Also here in Texas, um, there's a strip club in Houston that actually opened up, and he said that he's a restaurant first, and the girls are just there for entertainment for somebody. But hey, I guess you got to make your money somehow. And he said no customer gonna get close to the girls, no lap dances, none of that. So he was given a citation, and they remain to be open until the hearing coming up later this month, and then the judge will decide if they have to shut down or not. Um, it sounds like a pretty good argument if most of the business is food. If it's a restaurant and the girls just there for entertainment, hey, okay, uh, hey, works for you, works for me. Um, but let's talk about the numbers. We open back up on Friday, May 1st. A lot of the business open back up. On Saturday, Dallas County had 181 new cases of COVID-19, reporting 4 deaths. Um, One case is too many to me. But then on Sunday, we have 234 new cases. That's the highest daily total. And in that news report, they said it have nothing to do with them doing more testing for the COVID-19 because they do the same amount of tests every day. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, whoa, that's about 2.5 weeks since Easter, almost 3 weeks since Easter, and they say it could take 14 days to 21 days, depends on your health, before you get signs of it. From, unfortunately, with some people just not practicing the social distancing and still going to hang out with friends, having get-togethers and all of that, our numbers will continue to go up. They will go up. And then I guess about an hour and a half ago, while I was preparing for the show, new numbers came out for Dallas County. Now, yesterday it was 234 new cases, and they reported today 237 new cases. That's a lot. So, what are we doing as people to try to stop the spread of the coronavirus? I still feel like it's too soon for some of these businesses to open up because a lot of people would not go through and they would not protect themselves like they should. I feel like it's a real big problem. Just doing the simple things can make a difference. One, wear a mask. Wash your hands. Social distancing. Give people 6 feet. I'm like this. Give me 12 feet. Don't come nowhere near me. Of course, I'm wearing a mask. I'm washing my hands, using sanitizers, and all of that. Trying to protect myself to make sure if I have to go out, I don't bring it back into my home. When I do get home, whatever clothes I have on, I do take them off and throw them in the washing machine. Wash them right away. Wipe my shoes down before I go past the front door. I wipe my shoes down. So, what are you doing to help stop the spread of it? I know some other states that tried to open back up. I believe it's Alabama. They open up, and I don't have the exact number, but shortly after they open up, they had a high number of new cases. I think it was like 300 some cases, new cases in one day. So they governor, who was a real big supporter by opening business back up, he had to step back and say, "Hey, we need to slow this down a little bit because now they have all these different cases." So I'm doing some research on some things. Um, some of the areas I just picked 4 states. Um, Illinois, which have about 12.80 million people there, they have 58,000 over 58,000 cases of COVID-19. They have 2,559 deaths at that current time when I pulled this report. Texas have 28 million people that live in Texas, roughly around 28 million. Um, we have 30,500 cases of COVID-19, 847 deaths. Now take it, Texas, 28 million people in the state of Texas. Illinois have 12.80 million in Illinois. And they have 28,000 more tests, confirmed cases of COVID-19 than we have in Texas. And they have way more death than what we have in Texas. Once again, one death is too many. California, they have over 37 million people there. They have over 52,000 confirmed cases of COVID-19. They have 2,171 deaths. Illinois have more cases than them, than the biggest state in the U.S., and have more deaths than the two states. Massachusetts, 6.9 million people. They have 66,000, a little bit over 66,000 cases confirmed of COVID-19. They have about a little bit over 3,800 deaths in Massachusetts, in the state of Massachusetts, which is a very small state. I would assume some of these small areas, a lot of these cases may be coming from rural areas where they don't live close by a hospital. They may have to drive 30 or 40 miles to get to the closest hospital, and they not treating it, and they may feel like they're in the country, they don't have to worry about it. I've heard people say, I'm part of my neighborhood next door app. Heard them talk about it this weekend, saying, "Oh, the COVID-19 is not airborne." But then in the same sentence, they said, "How do you get it if someone cough or sneeze on you?" If someone coughing or sneezing, it's airborne. The mask itself, because they said the mask does not help anything, but the mask itself, if someone have it and don't know, or someone have it and do know, if they wearing a mask, it would stay in that mask and it won't go airborne. It would basically be in that mask. So, and you should change your mask. Every time you come back home or whatever, you should trash that mask, get a new one. Or if you have a cloth mask, you should wash it. Wash it. Do not let it air dry. put it in the dryer. If it's able to go in the dryer, um, wash it in hot water, put it in the dryer, let that heat get to it, let it kill the germs on it, and wear it again. Um, I know Georgia. Woo, Georgia is now reporting over uh, 28,000 cases of COVID-19, 1,183 deaths at the time of me pulling this. Over 5,400 people hospitalized at the time of I was pulling this report. And they broke it down by the counties. Fulton, and that was actually updated at 6:30 this morning. Those numbers I gave you, so it's no telling where it's at right now. Um, Fulton County have the most with 3,026 cases. DeKalb 2,229 cases. In Cobb County 1,792 cases. From what I know of Atlanta, which I don't know a whole bunch about, but those three counties are majority minorities. So, like I've always say, this virus do not discriminate against no one. It don't discriminate. It don't care what color you are, what race, male, female. It don't discriminate. It don't care about your age and none of that. So definitely protect yourself. Do whatever we have to do to try to slow the spread of it down. But then, before I go on, please subscribe to the channel. Follow us on YouTube, Speak On It With Who You With Kurt Dog, Facebook, all social media, Speak On It With Who You With Kurt Dog. You can email us, who you with Kurt Dog at mail.com. Who you with Kurt Dog at mail.com. Another reason why it's spreading so much, people may not feel like it, but some of these rallies that are going on, you have all these rallies saying open up the state. Now, this is pretty much all states. You have some type of rally going on all the time, telling the governors to open up the state and all of this. Well, this one guy, Bradley Byrne, allegedly, he was arrested. 53-year-old anti-lockdown protester in Colorado has been arrested on suspicion of having pipe bombs, bomb-making material at his home. Now, this is according to the U.S. Attorney Office. FBI agent found 4 pipe bombs at the Loveland home of Bradley Byrne on Friday. A statement from the office say they also allegedly found 1-pound containers of gunpowder in his vehicle. Byrne has been active in protesting against coronavirus lockdown order at the Colorado State, Colorado capital in Denver, where he was spotted carrying firearm, according to KCNC reported. He also helped organize an armed protest against Colorado lockdown. That's a report for ABC News. The FBI and ATF began investigating Bond after he made social media posts urging people to bring assault rifle to a Friday rally at the state capitol. According to the network, Bond faces charges of possession of destruction device. The U.S. Attorney Office say If convicted, face up to 10 years in federal prison and a $250,000 fine. So, the rallies, it's your choice if you want to protest what's going on in the world. But realize we're in a pandemic. Take it serious. Don't just be out there protesting. Protect yourself. Protect yourself. Protect your family. Um, Protect the people that surround you. You can protest if you want to. Um, right now, protesting the fact that the business are closed. Well, as long as we're doing these protests or holding these rallies and stuff like that, and more cases are coming from people from these rallies, it's going to be longer before we get back to norm or semi norm. So protect yourself, protect your people. Be smart about this. Um, hey, if you got comments about it, feel free to shoot me an email. Um, Feel free to leave a comment on the post. Whatever you want to do. But whatever we do, protect yourself in doing it. I'm not talking about protecting yourself with assault rifles and pistols and all of this to go protest. That's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. You could be peaceful and have a protest, but you going with assault rifles, pistols, whatever you want to do, it's not it's not necessary. You can speak your voice. Just like I tell people all the time, register to vote. If you're not happy with the policy in place, change the person that's making the policy. Register to vote, get out and vote. That's the best way you could change it. That could be the great protest. Just get out and vote. When election come around, be the first one at the poll. Vote. And do whatever you have to do, but that's the best way of speaking your voice. Register to vote, get out and vote, let your voice be heard. Get the person out of office if you're not good with the policy that they're making. Um, Other than that, like I said, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe, like, share, whatever you want to do. Um, if you are a small business that is open during this time, shoot us an email. We would like to support you. Now, let me make it plain and clear. I'm not asking you to send us the email and we try to charge you for marketing. No, that's our way of giving back. If we can help someone, I have no problem with doing it. If you are a small business that is open, shoot us an email. We will support you. Um, if if you are hiring right now, send us an email. Let us know that you're looking for employees, what you're looking for, and we will put it out there and let our followers know because some of our followers are looking for jobs. So definitely shoot us an email. That's the best way of doing it. Um, if you're trying to get us to promote you, to let people know that your business is open and you can use the customer, shoot us an email for we can know with all your details. Um, Also, if you're looking for employees, send us an email with the contact information and all of that. Go from there. If you put it on the page, I'm gonna remove it. I'm gonna just be straight up honest with you. I'm gonna remove it. Send an email where we make sure we're giving out the right information and we verify this information before we put it out there. So you probably will get a call from me just to verify it, but definitely uh, send that information over And who knows, you may be a guest on the show to be able to talk to people live and tell them exactly what you're looking for. So definitely do it. Like, subscribe, um, leave comments, send us emails, whatever you want to do. Uh, Shout out to the truck drivers. I see where in some places some truck drivers cannot um, find loads right now. And I was in the trucking industry for over 20 years, so I know how it is as an owner operator. When times like this, you would think the rates would go up, rates go down. So you gotta. It's almost like running your truck just for fuel money. Trying to get to an area where you might be able to get another load. But sometimes that's good, but during this time, they should get hazard pay. They should get paid more because for some of them, who knows? They may be the only person bringing income in to their home, and they don't have a choice but to stay out there. We thank you, truck drivers. Thank you, nurses, doctor, um, policemen, firemen, EMT, grocery store workers. I have a lot of friends work at the grocery stores. I appreciate you, everything that you're doing. Pastors, I appreciate the pastors because I'm sure um, you're probably getting a lot of calls from different people and that is stressed out during this time, um, and putting this stress on the church. And um, I know some of the pastors I know who are praying pastors, and they're gonna do what they have to do to help the people that they serve and the people in the community. So shout out to the pastors. I appreciate you. I'm praying for everyone I mentioned, even the ones I didn't mention, because there's so many industries that have to work. Um, so definitely follow the channel, like, share, whoever it is. And if you have job opportunities available, like I said, please email them to me. And on our next show, we will talk about it. We will go from there. Um, so definitely just follow the channel. I appreciate you for listening. I'm Who You With, Kurt Dog. Until next time, I love you, praying for you. Peace.